Alright, hey, how we feeling, guys? Before we get started, I gotta do a brief safety meeting about the dangers of excessive masturbation. Holy shit! What the heck's going on? No, I'm kidding, guys. I've just been grabbing life by the horns. Way too much. No, honestly, guys, I'm just embarrassed to tell you I was trying to open a pickle jar, and I fucking lost, man. What the fuck? No. So I am a recent amputee, and what I've learned from being a recent amputee, I like to start off by calling comparison. Dude walks up to me and he says, "Whoa, check out your hand, check out my hands!" Which is a really weird way to start a sentence, but here we go, okay. And then he begins to tell me that he has a scar down the middle of his hand from a fishing accident. Bro, I stopped listening, because if you have two hands that can do this, and I have one hand that can do this, we're not the same. You know what I mean? There's a big difference there. So another thing that happens is people kind of get confused. It's kind of like a game of telephone. After I got my amputation, I got my wife pregnant, and I called my buddy and told him. He told his mom and his grandma, and then they were shocked that I could get my wife pregnant because they thought I got my dick amputated. No, I know transitioning is very popular these days, but I am not transitioning to become a woman. I am transitioning to become a sloth. Very slowly. Yeah, you always know it's going to be a good night if people like the sloth joke. All right. So the weird things that happen, people get kind of crazy. The doctor who amputated my thumb, he really wanted to take my big toe off my foot and put it on my hand. He was very persistent about this, but my intuition kept saying, "Corey, you're light on your feet. If you can't pivot and go, you need that toe." So I kept my toe, made sure I did, and right as I was going under from the drugs on the operating table, he goes, "You know, I've never amputated a thumb before." Excuse me, what the fuck? You've never done this once, and you want to double down and take my toe off my foot and put it on my hand? What the fuck is wrong with you? I'm assuming if you've never taken a thumb off of a hand, you've probably never put a toe on one. So, no thank you, Dr. Bronstein, I'll pass. So another crazy thing is, what happened to me is I caught a baseball but slammed into the fence, and the impact pressed a rib from my neck onto my subclavian artery, and over 6 months I got thoracic outlet syndrome, and I saw 3 doctors and they all misdiagnosed me, and the lawyers that tried to sue them for med malpractice told me that there was no case because the doctors were not at fault, because I had the rarest case of thoracic outlet syndrome apparently ever. Yeah. And one of my lawyers described it as, it was like I won the lottery. Yeah, guys, here I am, the lottery winner. Let's tell them what you've won. First, you'll never tie your shoes again. And you can kiss video games goodbye. Sure, they make one-handed controllers, but you'll fucking hate it. And every so often, someone will say, "Hey, do you get PTSD on the 4th of July? Because you'll think you're part of some backyard firework explosion that went wrong." And you'll get so tired of telling them what actually happened that you'll just start saying, "Yup, that's me, on the 4th, under the bed with the dogs, hiding from the noises, the lottery winner, Corey McEnroe," not Macintosh.
Oh, sorry.
So another pretty wild thing that happens is I do not qualify for long-term disability because I don't have amputations on both hands. So what the government wants from me is each year to prove that I'm still amputated. Yeah, they haven't grown back yet, surprisingly. I'm shocked too. So, and that means if anybody wants to meet me at the end of the show and cut off a piece of my right hand, then I don't have to get a job. But until then, I do, and I've had some pretty strange job suggestions along the way of this wacky road. And the first ones were pretty simple. You should get a job in the union where you can get benefits, like you should be a plumber. And honestly, guys, I don't think I can hold a wrench. And my biggest thing is what goes through my head is if I am too handy with my good hand and I lose the use of these 2 fingers, then I become the worst Wolverine ever. I am not buff, my claws cannot do shit, and I will die, guys. I definitely will die. So here's the 3 wackiest job suggestions I've got. And these are all real, true suggestions. The first one was, someone said, "You should just be Lin-Manuel Miranda." Yep, I will just be the guy who created a groundbreaking play. All I have to do is snap my fingers. Oh, dude, it's that close. So another wacky job suggestion was, someone said, "You love baseball so much, Corey, you should work for the Yankees." Yeah, the greatest sports franchise in history is hiring people based off of team spirit now, guys. If you go to the game and you show a lot of enthusiasm, to be like, "Yo, do you want a job?" So this was the wackiest job suggestion I got. This guy was like, "You should scuba." He was super adamant about it. He even brought me magazines. Yes, I said scuba, as in scuba dive. Guys, I live in cow farm country, and there's not a large body of water in 60 miles, so I don't know what he's talking about. And then, this is the wildest thing. I brought that up to my friend, like in jest, to be like, "What do you hear what this jackass suggested to me today?" And my friend was like, "You know, that's a pretty good idea, because then you can learn how to scuba and teach other people how to scuba dive." Dave, where? Where are we scuba diving, dude? In the fucking Hudson? Like, Dave, I want to be like, "Dave, what are you, drunk?" And Dave was drunk because Dave has a problem. Dave, if you're watching this, man, slow down. You got kids. Guys, this has been super fun. Thank you so much. This is my first professional gig. Laugh it up. Thank you so much. Judy Gold, thank you so much. Make some noise for the rest of the show. It's going to be awesome. I'll be in the back taking pictures. Come say what up.